Garrosh versus Anduin.
Do 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 do.
Light shall bring victory.
Victory or death!
Let's see here. I think I keep shield slam and not execute. I think. Oh, I think. Commander Manor just got 500 wins with the Rouge. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sharply change the subject away from argumentation, rigor, controversy. Because I want to play some damn HearthStone. And by no means do I think that the topics deserve no conversation. I'm simply choosing to just play some fucking HearthStone.
Listen closely.
Did I turn 30 this year? Yeah, no, I'm 30. I'm literally 30 right now. It feels fine. I'm literally directly 30. Straight 30. JMG gets wildly for one segment and phone call and date on his chauvinist pig now. That's how it's done, man.
Do you have the artifact?
Te Annihilator says, got any advice for staying positive and keeping a good attitude? You should practice. You should think about someone saying something shitty to you. You should think about being in a situation something bad happens, and you should just quietly, calmly prepare. Cthulhu decks are poplar.
Get back!
Get back! The RSS feed has it said I got into Twitch and SC2 a day 9, then I got into speedrunning community, which I spend most of my time. Oh my god, what do you speedrun the RSS feed? Oh, Molar Bear TV, what a great name. Oh shit, look at Jumper Jordan's dope ass setup, dude. Holy shit, that's awesome. There's me, I'm up there, look at me. Hey, look, there's a speaker up there. There's one up here. Oh, what do you... What's that on the leftmost monitor? See, look at that. Look at me. I can just do all sorts of cool shit. Ooh, I was hoping you wasn't going to do that one. Ah, fuck. So this guy is trying to draw as hard and as fast as he can. As hard and as fast as he can.
Let me change your mind.
Not going to do anything yet. That's good. Let the pain make to me. You've awakened me too, Cthulhu. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and run out Infinity Health. By the way, I cleared chat because I started to see some brewing strain happening there. Let's just have a blast. How about that new Rocket League patch, eh? You know, as I'm almost embarrassed to say this, I don't know what was in the new patch, because I've just been playing once. How many liquids do you ingest a day in the proportion? And I'm having roast pork for lunch. I have several cups of coffee, a lot of water. I do like beer. I have some beer every now and again.
Are you my master?
It was your fault.
I'm gonna kill this guy. No card, bro hard. Hope you don't mind that I cleared the chat. I know that a lot of people were actually having like good discussions, and I just saw some stress rising. There was no names called or being shitty. I see some stress happening. And I was in the mood.
Well played.
To play some games. Are you gonna be playing any competitive Overwatch? Asks Whaler4444. Oh my god, time for the real controversy. Almost certainly not!
Wow. Bring the pain.
We're gonna get so many shields, it's gonna be sick. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be playing the competitive thing. My experience
Do you know
of
the secret
playing
language?
Overwatch solo has been less than positive. Like I get, you know, when I just do solo hangout, you know, I get yelled at a lot. I get yelled at. Not very good at a lot of characters. I like the tanks. I like holding the shield up.
I feast upon.
But they're like, D9, switch to Genji, you fucking motherfucker. And I'm like, it's like, hold up my shield. Like, oh my god. And then,
So much pain.
and then I'm playing, I'm getting yelled at. Not a lot, but every now and then, change, you're not the real Day9. And I'm like, just like holding my shield. And then,
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
and then the game is like, most eliminations, most kills, most damage dealt, 12,000 damage blocked, play of the game. And we got our fucking asses kicked, and I have no idea what went wrong. I'm just like, it's giving me a lot of gold medals. I like gold medals. Okay. So I don't know how to evaluate what went wrong. And like, I'm playing Reinhardt, and there's a Genji just jumping above me and just throwing scrap metal at my head. I'm like, I'm like trying to hold, and then he's like darts through me, and he's throwing his little darts at me. Like try to hold it. And I actually think there's no good thing for Reinhardt to do against Genji that I know of. I think I'm definitely a mediocre Reinhardt at best, and he's just jumping and goes through me, and this is the only thing that I have.
Garrosh versus
And
Brawl.
the game is showering me with medals and accomplishments. It's just showering me. And I bet you that if I had more experience with the game, I could see structure and I could see what to do. Allow me to do a very pointed example. I did a show about StarCraft that was almost 800 episodes of StarCraft content because there were so many people who struggled to even understand what the structure of StarCraft was that they would Google for any help. Because it's really weird when someone says, I am losing to Immortals, and I say, well, did you never stop building workers? What you need to do is never, ever stop building workers. Ever. That's what your mistake was, is you didn't never stop building them. Yeah. No flame reached faithless one time. So, that's a game where a lot of people were lost as to what the structure was, and I was able to do a show to help reveal what some of that structure was, to help people. Oh, nice. So I can imagine the same thing with Overwatch, where I am not a mobile shooter player. Oh. I play a lot of Counter-Strike. That's the shooter I play, but I don't know about... I don't play a lot of Team Fortress 2, except to screw around. Hey, what are the odds of me getting there, huh? So I'm by no means claiming that Overwatch does not have a structure. Would never claim that. And I actually think that that claim is wrong. I think there's definitely a structure there. I can say very confidently, however, that like when I'm playing solo,
Get in there and fight, maggot!
and I'm just getting yelled at. I hate you, Day 9. Switch characters. And there's a Genji. It's doing this shit.
Welcome to the grand tournament.
When that happens, afterwards, I get done and I go, oh yeah, and it's showering me with gold medal. You're amazing. You're the best player in the whole world. Number 3 eliminations or whatever the thing is. So great. Thank you, Messiah of Esports, Day 9, best player ever. And then I just get like bear mauled. Like I lose in the way that Leonardo DiCaprio got mauled by that bear in that movie he did where he just suffered a lot and won an award for best actor. Like that movie, that's how I lose in Overwatch when I'm playing solo. You're more than likely dead.
Are you my master?
And so after I'm getting Leonardo DiCaprio bear mauled, and I play solo, I think to myself, yeah, I'm probably not going to play this competitively. Damn. If only he'd forgotten about his hero power. Hey, nice twin. Welcome. Welcome to the party. Now, when you're playing Overwatch with friends, it's a little different. Because you can be like, I'm going to go soldier, and you be Symmetra, and you plant the turrets, and I'll just shoot people as they get shot by the turrets. And you're like, we're a team. You high five and stuff.
Bring victory.
Victory or death!
I love that this deck has Abek and Ur of Evil. I don't know. There's a certain part of me as a human that just wants control. Just really wants control. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched twitch.tv/MedryBW. It's a 24-hour Brood War VOD stream. It's amazing. I'm just like watching that. You know, there's so much control you have in Brood War. You can decide exactly where every single drone is mining. And like where every single overlord is positioned Get toasted, Chopper. You have all that depth of power. And ability to dictate. Remember, I was telling someone, like, I'm playing Reinhardt, and I keep getting killed by Genjis. And he's like, yeah, your teammates kill that Genji. And I'm just like, ah.
Versus Gera.
I don't know what to do with that. Because, like, in Counter-Strike, if the A-bomb side guy keeps dying, I can walk over there and clutch the whole round. I have a sensation of great power. This is great. Let's do it. Now, of course, for a different person, they might be playing, and they might be like, I'm Reinhardt, and there's a Genji. I don't need to worry, because well, my teammates will take care of it. And if I'm losing, it's my teammates that are messing up. But for me, I always want to be able to solve the problem with my own effort. And you might ask the question, well, why are you okay with Hearthstone or poker? For me, it's like, I can see a probability thing, and I'm cool with probabilistic things. Brad Photox says, have you tried hitting Genji with your hammer? No, I just... I try to swing. Actually, what happens is I try to swing my hammer, and as I'm doing this, he jumps over me and throws it onto the top of my head. He literally, like, right here where the bald spots go.
I wonder.
Larpingtons, do you have any strategy for being positive to avoid being put on tilt by teammates? I actually feel like a good percentage of positivity is actually just preparation. It's like, I am going to go into this game, and there will likely be people who will yell at me and say shitty things. Therefore, I am going to choose to respond in this way. Hit the find match button.
Are you my master?
Ermengarde Merster. Strophim says, I understand what you mean. There's a difference between making the right decision that has a positive expected value and not being able to make a decision that will ever have a positive expected value. Sounds about right. Because I can eventually wombo combo him here. And there's like all these things that are amazing about Overwatch. Like, I actually think here's I'm gonna make this claim. I'm just gonna claim this. You can believe me or not. This guy is such an a-hole for just having that card. Who runs that card anyways, huh? Oh, hold on. Oh, I just have oh, we can avoid a little bit of damage this way. I think the most incredible design aspect of Overwatch is embodiment. When I play as Reinhardt,
Armor made to fit.
I feel like I am Reinhardt. You know what I mean? I get and I'm just like, ah, yeah, bam.
Let the pain speak to me. Operating. Job's done.
When you're Tracer, when you're Winston and you're just like monkey hopping your way to wherever you need, man. When you're a Reaper and you throw your guns on the ground and get new guns?
For the War Chief!
Ah, War Chief! I'll scream! I'm gonna do a slightly odd play. It's my alarm to upload this video.
Bring the pain, bring the pain.
Bring the pain. When you're Winston, you're monkey jumping around? When you're Pharah, the way you can fly around? Genji, the double jumping climbing. I don't even give a shit if I mill. Unless it's Cthulhu, in which case I really don't give a shit.
My hand is full.
Gain armor every turn, never stop, no matter what. Armor, 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 armor. Mushroom, mushroom. Oh my gosh, embodiment is so good. And it's really powerful because you're in the character first person. And like all the motion and movement. Oh. Who even is that card? What does that card mean? I'm gonna keep armoring up, man. I'm invincible. Depth is close. This deck is really nice to play. Like, I still hop in every now and again and just play Reinhardt and just hold the shield up, man. I really want him to hurt. Oh.
I have an axe to grind.
I'd like to ask you something. Once upon a time, there was a man who was named Day 9, and he put so many monkeys in his map, he giggled. Ha 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 ha. Ah, Goro Hauru. Shota says, how do you deal with major negative feedback on a project? Last week we were told we needed to change almost every aspect of the design of our game. I think one of the greatest gifts that StarCraft gave me is the experience of having horrible things happen to me. And having to just deal with that. Like, which might sound a little, you know, like negative sounding. I think we just kill him with 16 times 2, right? I didn't count, I just saw that and just played him. We got him. We can do one more. I want to go over. Let me tell you an experience that you'll have in Brood War. All right, you'll have the following experience when you're playing StarCraft, where you will have everything perfectly planned. And you will know exactly what to do, and there's a click that happens in your head. There's a click where you go, I've won. There's a click. I got him. I got him. And then you'll forget an Overlord or misclick a dropship with the critical units in it, or something will go wrong, and you'll lose. And you'll go, ugh! And of course you have no one to blame but yourself. This is a good hand. No one to blame but yourself. And it hurts, you gotta deal with that. You knew what to do and you executed poorly. Let's talk about another thing. Someone is talking crazy shit to you, telling everyone you're garbage. and you know you're better than he is. He never beats you. You say, oh yeah, let's go. You get in a game. And of course all the people on the channel go, oh my god, there's a match. So you get a full game, like 8 people are like watching, 8 people who you really respect watching you play this guy, and you just fuck up and you lose. And he just keeps talking shit to you and says, no, I'm not gonna play you, you're garbage. That's an experience that I think is an important thing to have happen to you, where you're just like, oh my god, everything about that was horrible. And the end, oh my god, because you get these raw, unrationalizable feelings, right? You can't say something like, my teacher doesn't understand, he's dumb and bad and all that jazz, right? You actually just have to go, that guy just talked shit to me and said he was going to make an ass out of me in front of everyone, and then he just did, and he's gone. And that's that, right? Like, that's... And it all happened because I'm not as good at StarCraft in that one game as he is. Let's talk about something bigger, man. Let's talk about you, and by you I mean me. You care nothing more than to win this tournament. I shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Should have slammed him first. Day 9, slam another day. You want nothing more than to win this tournament. You've been training for it for months. You've been not doing well in classes as you could be. You have put some of your friendships on hold so you can reset your sleep schedule, so you can focus on training with Korean pros by getting up at 2 in the morning and playing before your classes begin. And you get there, and then you just choke and lose, and you're done. And this thing that you cared more about than anything for the last 7 months of your life, you just failed at. That's an interesting sort of feeling to actually sit with and to go, oh my god, that feels really bad. That feels actually terrible. Wow, he walked into this. Look at that. Let's just go ahead and win this video game. Ooh. And because I've had so many of these just emotionally wrenching things, like I'm talking at least hundreds in Brood War, right? Like at least hundreds. This has actually given me everything I ever need in order to deal with stuff like negative feedback and stuff. It lets you see the emotion in so many different ways, and to have an opinion about that and a thought of what the emotion is, and then to experience it a little while later, and then to have that thought change and develop and shape. And, you know, to come back to the original question that was asked, the very OG one from Sjow, who's saying, how do you deal with major negative feedback? I feel like there's a couple of layers to this. There's a first layer, which is the feels layer, which is, I feel bad. I just feel bad. I don't like it. It's bad. What do? Don't need to draw a card here. It feels bad. And at that point, the first thing I do is just try to calm down and feel better. Just try to calm down. For me, being totally alone, just being alone, huge. Being away. Leave my phone, go outside, just leave, just gone.
Perhaps.
Sit there for like 20 minutes. Why? Just need to be alone, right? Just need to calm down. Just need to get into a place where I feel good.
I'll be just like you.
What is this? I'm gonna brawl here. I don't think we're gonna get a better position to brawl. We're not gonna get a better position to brawl than this. You gotta just find out what makes you feel better. Maybe it is. I know, I'll go after I win this game and go to rank 9. Maybe for you it is listening to loud music. Maybe for you it is playing hour 700 of your Skyrim game. Maybe for you it is calling a friend and just talking about random nonsense because it's fun. Maybe for you, it's eating and watching TV. Nothing wrong with...
That was folly.
What happened? Holy shit, am I even playing this game?
Cthulhu! Cthulhu! Cthulhu!
That's crazy. I'm not even playing this. I'm just thinking about how to recover from stress, right? So the first thing you do is you feel better. You feel better. And then what I think I would do in the situation where it's specifically about feedback is I would try to get to the heart of what the feedback is. Feedback, giving proper feedback, is a really difficult art.
Let's make magic.
Really? A fireball? Really? A fear ball? It's a fear ball. Feedback is extremely difficult to actually give properly. Holy shit, I'm not going to be able to answer this right now. I just have to be stressed. Oh my god. Shoot yourself. Shoot yourself.
Well played.
Well played.
He's looking for Frostbolt, probably.
Checkmate. Well done.
Back to what we were talking about. Yeah, giving good feedback is very hard because often what will happen is someone will give you a description of what you need to do. Or excuse me, I should say a prescription of what you need to do. They will say, I read the first chapter of your book. You really need to have a stronger motivation for the main character, and I really think that there needs to be some way to increase the tension there. Right? They're trying to give you a directive. Never listen to directives. Ever. Ever. And if you're giving feedback, don't give directives. If you think that what Blizzard did with a set is problematic, don't say, you know, these sets, they're not good. What they need to do is blah and blah and blah. You're giving bad feedback. It's useless feedback. It's irrelevant. It's incorrect. It's terrible. It's bad. It is the equivalent bad of if someone is crying and you say, well, okay, the thing you need to do is to figure out how to stop crying. I'm good at reassurance, right? That's not how you do it, right? The prescription of here's what you need to do, not relevant. So if you're giving feedback, don't do that. And if you're hearing feedback, don't read into the suggestion. The description and the core cause is the important thing. The description and the core cause is the important thing. So for instance, if I read the first book, or the first chapter of your book, instead of saying the main character needs a stronger motivation and there needs to be more tension, I might say something like, I didn't really understand what the main character's motivation was. I felt like he was just kind of hanging out in the coffee shop and just went outside and followed that girl for no reason. I didn't see why he was following her. I didn't understand that. And also I didn't feel any stress or tension there at all. these types of things are useful because the author might say, ah, that's right, I didn't want you to see the motivation in the first chapter. Correct, that's good, that makes sense. Or, ah, yes, I didn't want there to be any sort of tension because I want this to be sort of weird and confusing. That's part of my goal. But man, Sean also said that he was bored. I don't want him to be bored. I don't want him to know the motivation. I don't want him to actually feel tension. I want him to feel confused, maybe a little creeped out. What could make him feel not bored? Maybe I creep him out. Maybe I make the viewpoint character a little odd and creepy, so Sean's just with morbid curiosity turning the page. By giving a description of the problem, or excuse me, by giving a description of the reaction, the creator, in this case the author of the book, or the designer of the game, or the director of the film, by hearing the reaction, can then take that reaction and filter that through the actual goals that they have established through their, no doubt, hundreds of hours of effort on this thing, or thousands or tens of thousands or whatever it is. And the flip side is also true, in which if you're receiving a lot of, like, you need to change this, 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 stop and try to say, what's that core source? What's really going on? So if someone said, hey, your game project, you need to change the design, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. First, again, take some time, step away, calm yourself down, and then try to go, okay, what's really going on? They said that they hated the combat mechanics. Actually, that's descriptive. That's actually positive. They said, you need to change the combat mechanics, you need to change the dialogue, you need to change this. Those are suggestions of what to do, but if you go, what they're really saying is that the combat is not engaging. Why is this? There's no choice. It's not visceral enough. Is it the art style? And if you start to get to that core of what you think they're trying to get at, the motivation, the reason, this is a much easier way to approach a creative process, or to do creative problem solving. You can then go, you know what? After everything they've said, it's really about the combat. They're suggesting that we change the combat, that we add these sorts of VFX in there, and really it's just about the combat not being fun. And they're right. The combat is not very fun. So, I'm going to do a version of the changes they suggested, but, I have some ideas of how I can make combat more fun. And then all of a sudden, because you've identified this core issue, you are no longer a slave to the wishes of someone else. You're no longer filling in a checklist that was created by someone else. You're working on a problem that you agree with. And that is both important for your motivation and important for your expression in the creative tasks, that you can then say, okay, I am trying to work on the same problem you're suggesting that I work on, and I'm going to take your suggestion into account, but I have some things up my sleeve that I think will contribute to, and I think that that's a big motivator. Now, let me just note that suppose you are in a situation. Suppose you are in a situation where you just have to do the shit. Quiet phone, I'll upload soon. Suppose you're just in a situation where someone's saying you must do these 10 things and it is a checklist, do it. You have no say, you must deliver these or we're going to stop funding your company. At that point, I think it's important to understand where you do and where you don't have control. I know of people that have had similar work hardships where they were told, you got to do this, and that is exactly what you have to do for the next 3 months. And I heard my friend say this, and I was like, oh, that must be so horrible. But can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And my friend just went, you know what? I'm just going to do that. Showed up at 9, left at 5, did exactly that, and in that time developed all the outside of work things. Got into cooking again. Started looking for new career opportunities and fantasizing about them and getting excited about them. Basically took the situation and made some lemonade. So if you were in the situation where you got hard feedback and you asked the question, how would you deal with it? I'll try to get to the heart of the problem. I would make sure I make myself feel good. I would think past the project, say, what does this thing do to me? Maybe I just think past this, you know, if I'm getting, if my hand is forced, these sorts of things. I like to work. I like to get things done. I like to crush things. And that's where I sort of summon the optimism from. I'm done with the show. No Q&A, because boy did I answer a lot of Qs. For any of you who were concerned or bothered or offended by the things I said, I want to let you know that my whole intention was not to step on toes with anything that I said. My intention was to simply suggest and hopefully to inspire some people to engage in more civilized discourse, more calm discourse. My intention was not to offend or dismiss or anything like that. And if I did that, I apologize. Not my intention. Please have a fantastic day, and Show Dusk, whatever situation you're in, you can do it. I believe in you, Show Dusk. Sincerely, I really believe in you. I know you can do it. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.